We get things started with Zahir Raheem against Ricardo Dominguez. Zahir Raheem back to action. Ring Magazine still has him placed in the top 10 among the lightweights. Many fans and boxing writers who have been very critical of his overly cautious and clinch-filled style. Still his record, 28-2 with 16 knockouts. The last 5 fights of his career tell the story. First career loss was controversial to Rocky Juarez. Then he upset Eric Morales. But instead of getting the big payday with Manny Pacquiao, he lost the title shot against Acelino Freitas. More recently, booed right here against Cristobal Cruz. Now he knows where things stand.
My last 2 fights, man, was terrible. It was stinkers. You know what I mean? And I can't point the blame and make no excuses. Only thing I can do right now is be dynamic. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm looking forward to doing.
Ramon Dominguez, 22 years old, but he's fought as a pro for now 6 years. He turned pro as a 15-year-old in Mexico, 23-1-2, 15 knockouts. Comes from the same hometown as the legendary Julio Cesar Chavez. Double S, Steve Smoger is your referee. They're scheduled for 8.
In English, Ricardo, comprende todo? Okay. Touch gloves. God bless you both. Tocan las manos. Tocan. Gracias. David.
The ring experience between Dominguez and Raheem. Raheem has been a pro now for 12 years, but only 30 fights. In fact, inactivity in recent years he thinks has greatly harmed him. 1 fight in 07, 1 fight in 06, 2 fights in 05, and 2 fights in 04. Opening round, Raheem and Dominguez scheduled for 8.
Raheem is 8-0 in Oklahoma. I have a funny feeling he's going to be 9-0. But we have a while to find that out. Raheem has fought the much better competition, Joe. We know he can perform on that level with top guys. We do not know that about Dominguez.
See the knockout ratio for both men. Raheem, former world title challenger, lost that WBO title shot against Acelino Freitas. That fight was a very sloppy, clinch-filled fight. The career highlight was September 2005's Teddy, when he upset the pound-for-pound elite Eric Morales.
A huge step up in class for Dominguez. Nothing really on his resume to have prepared him for this. Matter of fact, in his last fight, in his 27th
Good left hook by Zahir Raheem, and he scores the knockdown here in this opening round.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Either he couldn't or he wouldn't continue. The bottom line is he sat there and he shook no to the referee's request, do you want to get up?
And he's still down. Meanwhile, raised up is Zahir Raheem, who, if you asked Zahir Raheem, what do you need at this point in your career right now, that's exactly what the answer would be.
The answer was he needed Dominguez.
Exactly. He got the right guy in front of him.
A fighter who, in his last fight, in his 27th fight, fought a fighter who had a record of 0-1.
So Zahir Raheem, who was born and raised in Philly, was a 1996 Olympian and had such high hopes throughout his career. In his 2 losses, one controversial, the other one foul-filled, and recently booed out of this arena in a win, gets a first-round knockout win to start off the new year. A new year he's hoping for comes with bigger and better things.
And that's how he got it. With a good left hook where there was no right hand to protect for Dominguez. And again, you see a double left hook. The second one, not necessary. The first one did the job. And Raheem, not known as a puncher, known as a good boxer, but he made a punch miss, and that's how you draw it up in boxing 101. Make a miss, and then counter right back before your opponent has a chance to see it coming and to defend against it. Exactly what Raheem did, and the results exactly what they would wish for.
For the official particulars, we send it up to the ring to Pat Harker.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's congratulate our winner. 1 minute, 18 seconds. So that first round, a big KO for Zahir King Raheem.
Zahir Raheem moves his mark to 29-2, now with 17 knockouts. Another look at the left hook that scored the first round knockout for Raheem, Teddy.
And watch how it's set up. Again, it's set up by good boxing. A slip to the side, and then right back with that left hook. We'll take one more look. A slip to the side, get underneath that jab, and then come up with his legs under him, with his shoulder behind him, and a left hook on the chin, and an early night, an early shower for Raheem.
He said he's in a dry spot in his career. He just made a splash.